Well, good morning and welcome back to Zen Zero, Chapter 3. In the last one, we were given a special task by the mayor to work with Obel Squad in trying to thwart the Exaltists and their plans. So they start harming people and whatnot, and yeah, we met with one of the higher-ups of the Defense Force, being like the Major General, Lorenz, and I don't like him. And he's given us like restrictions, so we cannot communicate with anyone outside of here, and we cannot leave. However, we're going to try returning to Soyun Temple, and that's the next thing on the agenda, so let's go in with that. See if we can try leaving, because I wanted to do some stuff and I couldn't, because I can't even like access the map. So, yay. Sorry, orders from above. You're not allowed to leave. Let's argue with facts and logic. I don't know who you are, but there's no argument to be had. Orders are orders. Let's keep arguing with facts and reasons. We don't want to threaten. The argument draws the attention of several nearby soldiers.
Huh?
You okay there, Belle? Comrade, Belle is a special envoy sent by the mayor. Show some respect. The mighty Miss Belle got taken down a notch. I'm just following orders. Following orders is a soldier's duty. I understand where the soldier's coming from. I hope you understand, Crimson Gloom. Let's storm off with head held high. Feel a little better about it. I have my orders, so please don't make this difficult. I wish this was one of my other games so I can press left mouse button and attack you. However, that's not a thing in this game. Alright, let's talk to Isolde.
Captain, Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed.
A significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test.
Thanks.
You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
Thanks.
With you already calling me the villain, I figured I'd better get good at dodging torture.
Real and true.
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the mayor's envoy, that kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
It's a little sus. Isolde explains the Major General's orders to everyone.
Temporarily restricting the Proxy's movements and communications. What does that mean?
It means we've got your precious faith and locked away. No way out,
Damn.
no texting or calling family.
Evil.
That's just so...
Why is this gonna be so worried?
That's terrible!
What a shame. I never thought the legendary Proxy Faithin would end up getting caught one day.
Girl.
On the plus side, at least the legendary Proxy Faithin was caught by Obel Squad. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
Yeah, and you can't really say no, unfortunately.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary Proxy Faithin will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
And then the Proxy will be free.
Yes. We'll be free to go.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the Proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics.
Unfortunate. There's no point in fighting it, so you allow a soldier to fasten the tracker, more like an electronic shackle, to your ankle. Thanks to the Defense Force's signal jamming, the only wireless frequencies still functioning in Wi-Fi Peninsula are military ones. For now, at least. Say farewell to the friends anxiously awaiting your replies on Knock Knock. That is so sad.
My apologies, Proxy.
I want to hang out with
The
people.
Obsidian Division. Orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm
Well,
not
that's surprising.
exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
It's not your fault. It's the leader.
I may not be a soldier, but but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
Yeah, I gotta be optimistic about it.
I never thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy.
Who do you take me for?
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Oh no, I know. I've gathered that
Once
already.
again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
No worries, Isolde. With comms and our movements restricted, things are definitely tricky. Luckily, I can still reach out to Wise and Fairy through the HDD without the Defense Force noticing. Okay, that's good. Right as I'm thinking about this... Proxy, don't look so down. It's time for Obel's regular equipment maintenance. Come join us. Is that okay? Do you agree, Captain Magus? Making sure our tech folks have reliable gear is crucial, so if you want to drop by, Proxy, go right ahead. But I don't have any equipment on me. Not that I could fix anything even if I did. Or couldn't fix anything. Really? I mean, I couldn't detect any gear on the Proxy, but I can't shake this strange feeling. Like the Proxy is some sort of device that feels oddly familiar. Don't worry, Proxies. Seed can be a bit hard to follow at times, but when it comes to tech, you can always count on her. It's just a routine maintenance check. Come on, Proxy, stop being so wishy-washy. Alright, besties, what we got? Obel Squad is all here. Alright, time to start today's routine maintenance. Inspector on duty, squad member Seed. First up for inspection, Mercury. The Bang Boo? Mercury here. Let me take a look and see if this little Colby's got anything wrong with it. I always get nervous when Seed does my checkup. The antennae on the comms module seems a bit worn out. Remember to get those parts replaced. If Colby can't hear me on the radio during the operation, I'm gonna kick your butt. Aye aye. Next up is Trigger's sniper rifle. I'm counting on you again, Seed. I only need one look to tell your weapon's in flawless shape, just like always, Trigger. A sniper's weapon is their soul on the battlefield, after all. Boring. Now it's Orphie and Captain Magus' turn. Let's get this straight. You're not laying a finger on me. Calm down, Captain. Quit swinging around my tail. Your exoskeleton is in good shape overall, Orphie, but your tail shows way more wear. No doubt due to the Captain's reckless fighting style. The Captain gives it her all in combat. I'll try to stay in sync with Orphie's movements. As for Captain Magus... Captain Magus, you're using that nitro fuel oil again, aren't you? Seed can't stand that smell pouring out of your gun barrel. Whoa. Are you seriously attacking your Captain's dental hygiene? And finally, it's your turn, Proxy. Where should I start? Seed stares straight into the Proxy's eyes, impossible as it seems. It almost feels like she can see right through to the HDD. But that can't be possible, right? Look, let's change the subject. Your eyes are crystal clear, Proxy. All systems good. Inspection complete. You were just looking for an excuse to stare into the Proxy's eyes. Now that everyone's finished their equipment checks, you're dismissed. Get some rest and make sure your gear's serviced at the armory. Hey, Proxy, don't forget to look after your eyes, too. She knows. She knows about her implants. You confirm that the military really is restricting your freedom of movement with Obel Squad. You then return to the tent to rest. The tent offers some cover from the soldiers' gazes, and re-establishing the connection with the HDD brings a small sense of relief.
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Shade.
Harry, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you? When will you finally understand that as her sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
All right, you two, enough arguing. I'm just the pitiful, useless captured Proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Yeah.
Save your useless sympathy, First Assistant. Luckily, not even the hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
They're just not strong enough.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Bell can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
Real.
I saw some new data with my ion plants in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your master had nothing to do with it. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Bell, just like always.
As always.
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Noble Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Bell.
We'll do our best. Don't worry. The bed beneath you feels so foreign. You hardly rest well that night, but as with all things, it eventually passes. A commotion rises from the outpost beyond the tent. That's Orphie and Seat's voices. Let's go check out what's happening. Oh, that's not good. Is that Mercury? Hang in there, little Bang-Boo. Is this the little one you brought back from the hollow? Yes, Captain. The Bang-Boo squad seems to have been attacked. I received the Bang-Boo's distress signal and rushed over. What about the soldiers in that squad? They were all lying there covered in blood. I mean, the not breathing kind of lying there. Let's pay our respects. That's awful. That's not good to hear. Were they ambushed? This Bang-Boo probably recorded what happened when they ran away, when they ran into the enemy, but it's badly damaged. Do we have any technicians at base? I'm a technician. Proxy, you know how to fix a Bang-Boo? Please help this little guy. I'll leave it to you, Proxy. Oh, another one of these. Great, cool. Not hard. That one was easier. The video footage is restored, and images from inside the hollow stream out through the Bang-Boo's data port.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. The cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there?
That's not good.
Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma! Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms?
Were they taken?
They're coming closer. And they're armed!
Gunshots ring out from a distance.
We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the exalted troops in disguise?
Gunfire echoes all around.
No, they emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive.
I like how they're censoring it.
Are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal monster, just take them down.
No.
Reporting in. We've got casualties. We've got another wave of hostiles closing in on the right. We need backup.
That's not good. Are they all sacrifices, or what are they? The deafening gunfire grows louder, gradually drowning out all the voices. The gunfire and voices gradually fade away, and everything returns to silence. White noise grows louder, skipping ahead.
It's just as the Overseer said. Even a miracle like a resurrection is nothing for the Creator.
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step toward the gate of the final domain.
Is it similar to kind of like what they do with Yijiang, where it's kind of like they use the miasma that uses memories to recreate, like to more or less resurrect people, or are they actual like corpses that they had with them that they resurrected?
Don't worry. My joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp. The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule. They'll never catch up to us on our path to the Creator.
The footage ends abruptly here. The bamboo recording the data seemingly couldn't hold on any longer. These soldiers crawling out of the miasma, they looked like the dead brought back to life. The dead? But they're dressed in military gear from the old capital. Stuff from 11 years back. If they truly are the dead returned, how could they be the ghosts of those old soldiers if they're shooting at their own squad mates? They are not the undead. More like some kind of miasma creature. Still, the fact that these creatures take on the form of former Defense Force soldiers means their creator. The enemy's knowledge of the Defense Force might be beyond our imagination. Besides, yesterday's recon mission went perfectly. We didn't let any cultists escape, so there's no way the Exaltus should be aware of our progress. We need to report this to Isolde. Let's go, Proxy. It's very concerning. Together with Obel Squad, you brief Isolde on what you saw in the footage.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation? So far, only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident.
Can't be too sure.
But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Only the Major General himself.
So now we're starting to suss him, so I was right to already be like sus of him.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphie, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time, I agree with you. Swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus.
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy,
time for battle.
Both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared.
Yes, boss.
We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
I won't let you down.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please, don't betray the trust the people have placed in the Defense Force.
Real.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obel never fails a mission.
This operation has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on the miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate key Exaltist bases. Get ready and move out. In a surprise attack, every second counts. Guess we gotta go right into it. We're gonna get to use Seed and Orphie again. There's Orphie and Magus.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltist's main base.
Roger.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, Can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
And we should still be
Really know your
cautious
way
about
around
it.
Intelligence and information warfare, proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms.
Yeah, I
They
kind of
fought
already learned
side
about
by
that a little
side
bit.
years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate. But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
That's understandable.
Understand. So please believe me, when I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
Yes. Oh.
Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there? Petty thugs blocking the way to the Creator.
They can't really
The Creator will not forgive them.
Our sacrifice will pave the way for our master's return.
Oh, I also have Trigger. I didn't see that I had her too.
Ether vision activate. Yeah, that was easy.
Trigger! Pincer attack!
Alright. I'm kind of understanding a little bit more how Orphie works.
I'm in perfect shape!
Got you covered.
Is that it? Okay, that was it. Cool. Okay. I just like being a little girl on a scooter. It's so silly. Encrypted documents detected on this device. Accessing. Answering the Overseer's call, wrongfully killed soldiers rise from the underworld, cloaked in flames of vengeance. As for why the Defense Force soldiers would fight for us, the Overseer was rather vague. Perhaps they too were blessed with witnessing the Creator's true form in the underworld. The files stored in this device are incomplete. The remaining intelligence needs to be obtained elsewhere. Wrongfully killed soldiers. But those ones emerging from the miasma were wearing 11-year-old uniforms, and they died protecting New Eridu. These Exaltus scum. How dare they desecrate the honor of fallen soldiers? Unforgivable. The approaching footsteps have everyone on guard, but then what they see is the sight of allied uniforms.
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Concerning.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
Yeah.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltus to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here to support.
I don't believe that for a second.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right, and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flank so smoothly. We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
I don't believe you for a second. We're gonna go through anyways.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphie. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
But I don't believe that they really took them out.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist base been completely cleared?
Yeah.
Several creatures took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out.
What other
so we
orders?
didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple properly. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Obel,
Right.
gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Yes.
It'll be A-okay.
It will be A-okay. Let's go.
The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
Second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. For balance, who would ever call this an ambush?
Okay. Oh, I got scared by Mercury. Oops, I cut off Magus. Encrypted documents detected on this device. Accessing. We may be working with Porcelumex, but they aren't exactly saints. They'd sacrifice everything for profit. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city. The truth is... The file ends here without warning. There's a record of the hardware being moved, but the missing data cannot be retrieved. Damn it! Of all places, the data had to be missing at the most crucial part. The soldiers didn't die protecting the city? Just what have these Exaltists learned? It's nothing but a distraction they planted on purpose to mislead us. Still, it's clear the Exaltist remnants were spooked by the Major General's unit acting so recklessly. That's why they moved the key data early. Guess we have no choice but to press on. If you say so. More fight?
Targets have appeared.
Just the kind of fight Obel Squad's been waiting for.
Yeah.
Tactical strategy. Scorched earth!
Damn, she can keep firing and firing and firing.
Firepower and maximum.
Is that it? Okay.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Lucro's here.
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow. In person?
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected.
It's concerning why you're
just
here.
as Colonel Isolde said, you're quite a capable squad.
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
Lucro of Porcelumex.
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the Porcelumex Safety Inspection Reception Banquet.
A reception banquet. For a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech.
Well,
Ah,
she gets no respect.
we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Just a little.
So, Mr. Lucro. This young lady is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
I'm just doing my duty. Please, the title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
I mean, that is kind of what you are anyways. You came here on his request.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
So, What brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
Well, they've been acting under the General's orders, I guess.
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters.
Wow.
Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr.
Isn't good for anyone's health. Escorted by the troops, Lorenz and Lucro withdraw from the stronghold.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to.
Real?
Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
No, you're good.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphie. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
Well, Mo.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. One of Porcelumex's executives previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well. And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the Defense Force. It's clear why they're here.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness.
Maybe.
Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Orphie is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Yeah, it's not just black and white.
Goodness, Orphie. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obol's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Yeah, let's keep going. I mean, if they left, we're good to keep going. They're not going to stop us. Somewhere in the Lemnian Hollow, illuminated by flickering candlelight. Great Overseer, the Defense Force took the bait just as planned, and they're feeling pretty proud of themselves. Perfect. They've wasted enough time on meaningless distractions, and that foolish general thinks he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major forces at us anymore, though the price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for their faith, Overseer. Besides, the troops you brought back from the underworld were a huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers. It's cruel, really. Still, if it's for the right cause, then even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely, if that greater purpose is an audience with the Creator. I know you have other intentions, but you'll still open the path to the Creator, won't you, Great Overseer? I've wandered in confusion along this path more than once, but the whispers I heard were true, without a doubt. Once I've achieved my goal, I'll open the path to the Creator for you. Which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Faithin is with the Defense Force right now, and that one's a real handful, not the type to let things go easily. And that elite squad of theirs has been a serious thorn in our side. I've noticed that youngster may be an unexpected variable, but I've already set the course for how their tale unfolds. Don't back them into a corner unless you have to. Your arrangements are reasonable. May the Creator refine us. Cheers and laughter echo from the military camp, which has been so quiet the past few days.
Huh?
Why is the Defense Force base so lively? What's going on? Let's ask around and see what the soldiers know. Can I talk to anybody, or does it have to be like the person that... I can talk to this guy? If Obel Squad hadn't broken through head-on, our plan to strike from the flank wouldn't have gone nearly as smoothly. They're the ones who put in the work and got results. Shouldn't they get most of the credit? I mean, I guess, but still. Oh, Lucro's over there. Oh, a new face, and not in uniform either. You must be that outside help for the... what was it? Apostle Squad? Thanks to the brilliant leadership of the Major General and his adjutant, we secured an easy victory. Sure, you didn't land the big win, but you still played a part. I'm just gonna stay silent. I'm not gonna respond to that. Hey, what's with that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be such a buzzkill, okay? I mean... Oh, him. That's the guy we talked to before. Our squad was the first to break into the Exaltist headquarters, and this time, we're gonna take all the credit. Is this kind of like infighting that the Exaltists don't know about? Because what it seems like. So I mean, if the general has the Colonel Isolde, like, with the team, but he's doing stuff himself, I feel like they're just causing infighting. Welcome back, Envoy. I've been waiting here just to make sure you returned safely. You're really laying it on thick, huh? I'm no big shot or anything. Such modesty. Still, if you're acting on behalf of the Major Defense Force matters, I'm sure your words hold real authority with the city administration. We owe it to the Major General's forces that we were able to reclaim a significant cache of porcelain without incident. Assets Ferox had handed over to the Exaltists, which are in fact Porcelumex's property. It's quite the haul. So you're just trying to make money off of this, from Ferox's mistakes. The Major General and I go way back. He may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on. What, are you gay for him or something? I know I'm just a shrewd, profit-minded trader, and I also know that there's been some bad blood between you and the Major General. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always brings value to the table, so naturally, I'm pleased you made it back in one piece. About Porcelumex and the Exaltists. It's true that certain individuals within Porcelumex, including Mr. Ferox and his team, engaged in unlawful activities with the Exaltists. The shameful and pathetic Mr. Ferox is now in custody, and with the Major General's support, we've tracked down his subordinates who escaped into the Hollow. Porcelumex is clean of any further criminal associations. Are you sure about that? Regarding the so-called Obscura devices, while they were created through Ferox's dealings with the Exaltists, I'm not clear on their scientific worth. Still, they're made of costly porcelain, so they belong to the company. I feel like that's just a cover-up. Because if all of them do in fact have sacrifices within them of some sort, and you're taking them, and if you know that there are sacrifices in them, I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like Porcelumex, the Defense Force, and like are on the same page with the Exaltists, but I can't say for certain. And if they are, the Exaltists are definitely doing something for their own gain behind their backs. We'll recover each of the Obscura once the Defense Force finishes assessing their risk. Their risk? Yes. Colonel Isolde stated in the report that the Obscura could pose an extreme risk, even going so far as to order an evacuation of Wi-Fi Peninsula for public safety. It's gotten too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me to leave Wi-Fi Peninsula. Take care of yourself. Huh. Interesting. These guys sure know how to take it easy. They're already planning the victory party right after winning, but have they really won? So what's the Defense Force's next move? Next move? There isn't one. The Major General believes the key members of the Exaltists have been wiped out and their base cleared. As far as he's concerned, we've already won. I never thought victory would come so easily. The Exaltists won't be that easy. And what about the Obscura in the city? You've faced the Exaltists more times than anyone, Proxy. Your insight is valuable. But even so, the Obsidian Division can't keep pouring resources into chasing down a minor outlaw group. But what the damages that they cause are not minor. As for the Obscura, Colonel Isolde is taking our intel, and the risk posed by the sacrifices very seriously. She's already preparing to evacuate the citizens of Wi-Fi Peninsula. We'll stay on guard here to protect the civilians until everyone's been evacuated and all Obscura in the city have been cleared. It's thanks to Isolde's leadership. It's thanks to Isolde's leadership that we were able to locate so many Obscura across the city before the operation began, too. Did the Colonel know about the risks of the Obscura all along? Since everyone's taking a break, why don't you relax a little too, Proxy? I'm heading back to the camp with the captain. Want to join us for a bit? Sure. Despite your doubts, with cheers ringing out through the night all around you, you find yourself taking a brief rest by the firelight with the two soldiers. As Obel Squad settles in at their quarters, the troops are already preparing to celebrate.
Everyone! The Exaltists, the threat that plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault.
Sure.
Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New Eridu. Like every triumph before, give it up for yourselves, soldiers. Cheer for victory!
I don't believe a word he's saying. Cheers rise up from the gathered soldiers.
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
The cheers erupt once more.
I hate to be that girl, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
It is.
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exaltist leaders are still on the loose. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltists will still be a threat until they're taken out. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Ishu and Shifu, and the Exaltists suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down.
Yeah.
Miasma activity is still spreading.
It's too strong.
Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit? I've heard the name before.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
That is a little suspicious.
Isolde has been unwell recently, and
Why?
went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
That is extra concerning.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
You might be right. That does sound like her. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
Yeah, but I feel like it is too
That doesn't
soon.
sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Sr. would stop us.
I don't want anyone
like Seed.
ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Yeah, that doesn't sound really fun.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I
It's
understand.
fine.
Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
But as Faithin, I have no right to stop moving forward. Excuse me, Miss Special Envoy. The Colonel asked me to pass on a message. Some bigwig from Tops is here to see you. From Tops? Is it Damien? Don't ask me about the specifics. You'll just have to go see for yourself. I think that's Damien over there. Yep. Hi. What do you have to say? You meet with Damien after dark and fill him in on what Lucro's doing.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements.
I still don't like you, by the way.
Besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltis stock of Porcelume, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another. I have no place in Tops any longer. And the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Anything else stepping down?
You played a major role in taking down Ferox. Your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Like I ever had a choice. I'm just trying to stay alive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunque Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Yifei Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me out. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Damn. I still don't like you, though.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have,
you're
just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunque Summit for assistance either. But if it's just to keep you safe...
It's alright. Just when I was at my wit's end, Miss Savior appeared.
Miss Savior? Just as Damien finishes speaking, a small figure suddenly springs out from behind him. Oh, hi!
Hiya! I'm the savior he was talking about.
I wasn't expecting someone... I don't know, I wasn't expecting her.
It's funny. Most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from Tops, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
So she's from Krampus, okay. Zhao. Yeah. We've heard of them before.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority. Is that the name of another company within Tops?
We heard about them briefly.
It doesn't sound as familiar to me as the other big companies.
That's alright. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if a company's executives are tearing each other apart. However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the core rules and interests of the Alliance. The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the round table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, Porcelumix has clearly stepped out of line.
Yeah.
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason Tops has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Although he isn't really a friend, I do sort of get Damien's style. He's determined to survive this brutal game.
Yeah, so don't like him though.
He's also someone who never crosses the line.
Well...
You've got sharp and beautiful eyes. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus.
I hope that's not subtle foreshadowing.
And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Miss Bell.
Hostility? Are we looking at it with hostility? Miss Zhao, the Krampus member, turns and walks off with Damien in tow. She may have been small in stature, but her commanding presence nearly overshadowed the disheveled Damien beside her. It's getting late. Let's head back to the tent and get some rest. Hey, besties. Proxy! Proxy. It's not time to sleep yet. I came all this way with Squad Member C to invite you to our special nighttime operation. A special night op? Where's the enemy? Follow us and you'll see, Proxy. Shh. Move quietly and stay low, just like a sniper. Seed and Trigger quietly creep up behind Orphie and suddenly launch a surprise attack.
Soldier Orphie! You two again? Now you have the proxy as an accomplice too?
You've got it all wrong, Orphie. I had no idea those two were planning to scare you.
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up. We should let her rest.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphie more worried about waking the captain, or about the captain catching you secretly enjoying some prohibited items?
Oh.
Excuse me. First of all, my concern for the captain is absolutely genuine. Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment.
Is that what she's eating?
I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all snacks as prohibited.
Oh. Well, then why doesn't Orphie protest when the captain's actually awake?
I'm sure Orphie has her own reasons.
Right.
Anyway, if Orphie doesn't want us to tell the captain...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Real, you get it.
Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphie.
Then, the proxy should also share the responsibility.
Yeah, does that mean I get lemon chips?
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in!
In the sea breeze of Wi-Fi Peninsula, we team up with Opal Squad to finish off the lemon-flavored chips. As night deepens, Seed and Trigger, who ambushed Orphie, return to the squad's camp. Just as you're about to leave, Orphie calls out to you.
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about. It's about the captain.
Yeah? About Magus?
Let me guess. It's something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the captain for her bad attitude toward you during the mission. But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
I trust that you know the captain, Orphie. Otherwise, why would you trust her so much? Come to think of it, you and Magus make a pretty unique team. A soldier paired with an intelligent weapon construct.
An intelligent construct? No, the captain is more than that. Can I trust you, Proxy?
Yes.
Like I said,
we're gonna learn about her past a little bit.
Just like you trust Captain Magus.
I'm just a gunner. A soldier, here to support Captain Magus.
Was she created?
Orphie, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me. If Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses. At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Cloned soldiers. It sounds brutal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have lasted this long. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant. That legendary soldier's military code name was Magus.
So, is it that Orphie is actually cloned from Magus, So the way Orphie looks is kind of how Magus looked when she was still alive.
The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call her soul, stored within the weapon. Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wanted, is it really a blessing? Or a curse? All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say I stole her life. But Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me, Orphie, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life.
Like, live the life that she couldn't live, and she didn't live.
I know the looks in my comrade's eyes often carry sympathy or pity, mockery, or even disgust. Still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy. I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphie, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special, you're one of a kind. Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep telling me over and over again, you're one of a kind, Orphie.
Yeah, they're just two opposite sides of the extreme.
I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down. Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather have my noisy Obel Squad and you, the cool Proxy. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus's, are not what define us. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk. Our pasts are not what define us. Instead, it's up to us to determine our destinations. As a Proxy, you'll lead us to the right place.
Yes.
I believe in you, Proxy.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me know your story. Let's just go to our tent. After a brief signal disruption, communication with the HUD is reestablished. How is there disruption?
Barry, have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in Lemnian Hollow's most active area?
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Oh, Belle, finally. The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Obel Squad and take them out in one strike.
Yes.
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations.
Never mind.
So Obel Squad is
I know what's
unauthorized to
happening.
act without orders. Could you send a message to Ishu and Shifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Shifu never replies to messages. Just say, Junior Bell needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Ishu and Shifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the Defense Force find out.
Poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent.
Do as I say, second assistant.
Rescue her immediately. P.S. Keep a low profile and avoid any clashes with the Defense Force.
Aren't you over-exaggerating a bit?
This concerns the safety of Waifei Peninsula. A little exaggeration won't hurt, right?
Well...
All we can do now is pray that Yunque
Yeah.
Summit sends help soon.
Can only hope.
Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltists might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is basking in the limelight. There's no time to waste. I'm logging off now.
Just as you're about to fall asleep, the familiar chirping breaks your peaceful slumber again. Oh, hey. Is that Shifu's Qingling bird? Your vision suddenly dims, but strangely you don't feel afraid. When you come to your senses, you're already being carried high up in the air by bird talons. Your body feels weightless, like a feather drifting in the air one moment, then heavy like a stone sinking in a lake the next. By the time you come back to your senses, you've already arrived. Oh, what about my tracker?
I think I just had a dream. Am I dreaming? Or is this really Swabian Temple?
My disciple, Fufu told me poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent. And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior Bell's brother!
By the way, I'm here too.
We're not supposed to be here. I can get in trouble.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu, it's time we step in and get an explanation, don't you think?
What do you mean by step in?
Yeah.
Junior Bell just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Did Ishwan Shifu use a technique to bring me to Swabian Temple?
Seems you're finally
I'm not supposed to be here.
Your
I have a tracker on
safety,
me.
Of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've run into some trouble with the military?
Kind of.
Come on, Junior Bell! What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help? Don't worry, you can tell us. We're all here for you.
But I have a feeling that I should not have over-exaggerated.
That's right. All your seniors are here.
You lay out the intel calculated by Fairy, along with all accompanying suspicion and speculations for everyone.
Cunning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Bell get some proper rest first.
Yes. Comfy bed. Belle's had to endure more than her share on this job. A senior sister is the best. A proxy without their senior sister is nothing. Those damn soldiers! How dare they lock up my junior? You've still got your senior sister waiting for you up on the mountain. Can't have you getting kidnapped before you see her. I keep having these unsettling dreams lately, like something bad is about to happen. Whenever I am on missions in miasma-dense areas, I always hear these whispers. I'm a bit worried about you, and about your senior sister, my sister. It's not corruption symptoms, is it, senior? Have the recent missions been too much? If so, let me help share the load. Don't worry so much. The sky could fall, and Shifu would handle it. We'll be okay. You're right. We've still got Shifu. Oi. Oh. You explained to Shifu in detail about the Obscura found in Wi-Fi Peninsula and the potential Exaltist base hidden in the Hollow. The lives of Wi-Fi Peninsula citizens are at stake. It can't be taken lightly. If the Defense Force refuses to step in, then Yunquei Summit will have no choice but to break the rules of engagement and take action. But now that there are threats both inside and outside the Hollow, and with so few disciples left at Swabian Temple, we might need some reinforcements. Before Eastman can finish speaking, an angry shout from outside cuts her off.
Hand over the proxy.
Oh, Magus. Oh god! The poor temple gate couldn't withstand the force of the uninvited guests. It creaked open and led them into the courtyard.
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. Turns out it's soldiers from the Defense Force.
Oh, she's mad. Magus is mad.
Please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no right to enter private residences without permission. And my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go as they please.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain, is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night and caused a big ruckus. Now she's ready to give you
a beating. She'll throw ink at you.
Give me a beating?
See, Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, you probably won't be able to stop her.
Even with
She's
all the
scared.
Obsidian troops of Wi-Fi Peninsula as support, you probably still couldn't stop me.
Yeah, she has Void Hunter, like, levels of power.
This unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation. The person behind you, Bathan, is currently under our protection.
Under your protection? You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being restricted?
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secrets and to ensure the proxy's safety.
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my protection.
Listen, you two. There's something more urgent to deal with than my safety.
Proxy, are you okay?
Oh, so the proxy wasn't kidnapped by Yunquei Summit.
No, I kind of was.
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy away, trying to extract military information.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples and the well-being of New Eridu.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to defy military orders to contact Yunquei Summit, I trust you must have had a good reason.
Once again, you lay out the current intel and situation for both parties.
You mean you're absolutely certain that the Exaltists still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere in the
Of
Hollow?
course they do. It's the Exaltists.
I can't say I'm completely certain. Not until I enter the Hollow myself and reach those coordinates. But as Guardians of New Eridu, shouldn't Yunquei Summit and the Defense Force investigate, even if there's only the slightest chance of danger?
Belle, I just received an alert from Ferry.
An alert.
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rising across the entire Lemnian
The entire Hollow.
Warning. Ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is approaching record-high levels.
Oh no.
Warning. At the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that Lemnian Hollow will breach the Zenless limit within 1,026 hours.
What's that voice assistant rambling about this time?
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the Hollow might just
Yeah.
go boom.
Yeah, exactly. What's he said?
The Exaltists in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments on large-scale miasma activation. I suspect they're preparing for what they call the final
The
sacrifice.
final sacrifice
Based
already.
on the intelligence and mission results we've seen, the Exaltists control most of the miasma-rich areas in Lemnian Hollow. They've also mastered the technology to manipulate the unique ether. The current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow is probably connected to the Exaltists'
Oh,
operations.
definitely. Definitely is.
If your theory is true, then this currently undiscovered Exaltus base will likely become the central hub for their final sacrifice.
And therein lies our solution.
Exactly. But if we can take out their hidden base, the sacrifice ritual won't happen, and the Hollow's rising activity will be back under control.
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical throat like that?
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms, you still managed to lose me. So essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats are still stirring up trouble, and if they are, we wipe them out. That should eliminate the threat, right?
Yes.
Wow, Captain Magus. You actually understood everything this time. Amazing.
Then let's move out. Obel Squad will personally eliminate the looming shadow that threatens Wi-Fi Peninsula.
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying an hour ago that military orders must never be disobeyed?
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Phaethon, who fled all the way into the Hollow with classified military intel.
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunquei Summit.
It's our duty as the Defense Force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior officers have failed in that duty, then I'll take responsibility myself. Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then Defense Force soldiers, and even civilians, would pay dearly.
Yeah.
I understand. My disciples and I will remain on standby at Phylum Heights and fulfill our duty to protect this place.
In that case, the attack plan and the operation start time need to be decided ASAP.
Yes.
Deploying all of Obel Squad would draw too much attention. I'll need to wait for the right moment. Let's regroup and launch the operation first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All members of the Obel Squad, return to base and get some rest.
Roger.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Tomorrow's probably going to be a long day.
Probably. Oh. So, now that I'm out of that, I think this is a good place to stop it here. So, yeah, next time we'll be getting into the Hollow and trying to handle the Exaltists. Again, for like the third time since coming here, at least. I'm just glad to be out of that Defense Force little base, because I couldn't do anything, but now I can do stuff. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!